Worrying interaction between Clark and Connor McCaffery signals rumors of a breakup. A brief and awkward interaction between WNBA superstar Clark and her longtime boyfriend Connor McCaffery during All-Star Weekend has set the internet ablaze and ignited a wave of speculation from all corners of social media. To some, it was nothing more than a quick greeting in a whirlwind of weekend activity. To others, it screamed relationship red flag. Outkick columnist Joe Kinsey weighed in with his signature blend of irreverence and blunt humor, suggesting that McCaffery, who is often spotted courtside supporting Clark, may have found himself in trouble in paradise. There's no sugarcoating it, no beating around the bush, no silver lining. This just screams trouble in paradise. Kinsey wrote. He described the moment as painfully familiar, likening it to the kind of passive-aggressive greeting that signals a man might have forgotten trash day. Or worse. The speculation stems from a now-viral video clip showing Clark, in the midst of All-Star festivities, barely acknowledging McCaffery as she enters a room. The lack of warmth, body language cues, and her immediate attention to others behind him were enough for some to start reading between the lines. The passive-aggressive half-hug? No eye contact at all. She immediately moves on to whoever's behind him. Kinsey noted. This Connor McCaffery may as well have been a ghost during this interaction. Fans jumped to conclusions. It didn't take long for the moment to be dissected online, with fans speculating about possible tensions behind the scenes. Some pointed to McCaffery's public political views. Others imagined personal missteps. But the truth is, no one really knows what was going on in that moment. Clark, who is in the middle of her rookie WNBA season with the Indiana Fever, has been navigating enormous pressure, scrutiny, and media attention since turning pro. For McCaffery, who is part of the Indiana Pacers staff and no stranger to basketball himself, public moments like these are par for the course. Still, Kinsey's commentary struck a nerve, not because of its accuracy, but because it taps into a larger fascination with celebrity-athlete relationships, especially when the gender roles are reversed. It's rare that I dabble in male WGs here at Outkick. And by rare, I mean never. Kinsey joked, before asking whether a new term like HABs, husbands and boyfriends, should be coined for men in this role. Worrying interaction between Clark and Connor McCaffery signals rumors of a breakup. It was meant to be a night of celebration. Clark, fresh off another headline-grabbing performance for the Indiana Fever, had just wrapped up a press event where radiant confidence filled the room. But as the crowd thinned and flashbulbs faded, whispers began to stir, not about her incredible shooting range or WNBA impact, but about something far more personal. A brief, tense interaction with longtime boyfriend Connor McCaffery that left onlookers uneasy. They had been the poster couple for sports royalty. Caitlin, the transcendent basketball phenom redefining women's hoops, and Connor, the sharp-minded former Iowa basketball guard turned NBA staffer. They met through the synergy of their Iowa roots, united by shared passions, driven mindsets, and courtside chemistry. On social media, they seemed inseparable, smiling selfies, heartfelt comments, playful behind-the-scenes moments. But in person, that night in Indianapolis told a different story. A chilly reunion. Connor was seen waiting for Caitlin near the Fever team bus. Cameras weren't rolling anymore. No cheering fans, no spotlight. Just the two of them. What happened next wasn't dramatic, but it was telling. Caitlin approached with the energy of someone who had just carried her team through 4 quarters of battle. Connor stepped forward, arms half raised for a hug, but Caitlin paused. She gave him a small nod and muttered something that onlookers couldn't quite catch. He frowned, shrugged, and tucked his hands in his pockets. For a couple known for their warmth and easy affection, the cool distance was palpable. A video snippet of the moment, posted quietly by a fan with the caption "They good," spread quickly across X and Instagram. Body language experts weighed in. Fans speculated. And the breakup rumors, once just a quiet hum, began to blare like a warning siren. Cracks in the armor? This wasn't the first sign that something might be off. Over the past month, eagle-eyed followers noticed Connor had stopped liking Caitlin's posts. His once frequent replies and jokes under her game day photos were absent. Meanwhile, Caitlin, typically effusive in her appreciation for his support, made no mention of him in recent interviews, where she was asked about handling the pressure of the WNBA and life off the court. One particularly revealing moment came during an appearance on a popular podcast. When asked about balancing relationships and fame, Caitlyn offered a tight smile and said, "It's tricky. You just try to stay focused on what you love and hope the rest finds its way." Cryptic? Maybe. Honest? Almost certainly. Connor, for his part, has remained silent. No tweets, no posts. A recent Instagram story of us showed him in a gym alone, captioned only with a black heart emoji. For someone who was often side by side with Caitlyn, the solitary tone didn't go unnoticed. The pressure of stardom. For any couple, young love tested by adulthood is difficult. For Caitlyn and Connor, the spotlight only magnifies every flaw, every distance, every moment of silence. Caitlyn is now arguably the most watched player in women's basketball, her every move analyzed, her successes celebrated, but also relentlessly scrutinized. Connor, meanwhile, has started building his own post-college career in basketball operations, an entirely different world from Caitlyn's. Schedules clash, expectations rise, and for two people who grew up side by side in a world where basketball was love and life, perhaps the game is now what's driving them apart. Insiders close to the couple hint that the emotional strain has been mounting. They still care about each other. One friend allegedly told a WNBA blogger, but they're in two completely different headspaces right now. Fans react. The fans, passionate, loyal, and always observant, have voiced both concern and support. Many flooded Caitlyn's recent posts with encouraging messages. "Whatever you're going through, we got your back, Caitlyn. Hope you and Connor are okay. Love is tough when life moves this fast. You're a legend, no matter what's happening off the court." Some, however, took a more speculative turn, dissecting every photo, every glance, every omission. Was the distance that night a sign of an official split, or just a tense moment in a high-pressure life? What happens next? Caitlyn Clark has built a brand on authenticity. She doesn't fake smiles. She doesn't dodge tough questions. And if history is any indicator, she'll address the rumors on her own terms. Maybe in a press conference, maybe in a quiet Instagram note, or maybe not at all. Perhaps the moment with Connor was nothing but a blip, the result of long days, tired minds, and the toll of fame. Or perhaps it was the beginning of a very personal transition, a change off the court that mirrors the growth she's showing on it. Whatever the case, one truth stands firm. Caitlyn Clark has shown the world she can carry the weight of expectation, endure scrutiny, and still rise. If she's facing heartbreak, it won't break her. If she's growing apart from someone she once loved, it's only part of a larger story, one that's still being written, one play at a time.